Welcome back to another episode of From the Petty Corner. I'm so excited. I have another guest here with me today. He is the Buffalo Soldier, Nate Burnard.
What's up with it?
Welcome to the corner. I'm so excited to have you here. Talk all things Power Slap, about your family life, and the Buffalo Bills.
Hell yeah.
but before we get into all that, we do have to get a little petty. So I had to I had to ask you about your fight with Dwayne Crespo. You won by knockout, and people seem to think that it might be a controversial win, and the ref stopped it too early. What do you have to say to those people?
I mean, I even say, just as like I said in the interviews before, I mean, they made that choice. I'm not going to argue with it. But at the end of the day, if they wanted to do another round, like it would make a difference, I would do it. But it was clear as day that I won. So they can keep talking all that shit, but it is what it is, and that's just the game of it. Like, I mean, I'm not affected by any way of it. That's a win under my belt, a loss under his. So now forever, he's tainted by me. So
And you know what? I feel like that can go either way too, because when they stopped your fight against King Ryan, they only gave you a 5 count.
they did that.
They didn't even give you a full 10
Did
count.
that with DeBell as well, folks. When I came back home, people were livid. They said, "Why aren't they giving you enough time? Why aren't they giving you enough time?" I'm like, I'm not gonna argue it. I mean, it is clear as day with DeBell and with Ryan that I was arguing with the ref after. So clearly, I'm a little more coherent than they assumed. So it is what it is. I mean, that's just part of the game, I suppose, and whatever. I mean, I'm ready to be back and for knock some heads out.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see you come back because your fights are always exciting. And it's also going to be exciting seeing the changes that Power Slap makes as it grows because it's still in the early stages. So hopefully the refs can get all that kind of stuff squared away
Right.
and do better jobs. Because even at Power Slap 8, I kind of feel like there were some calls that they weren't using the instant replays. And I'm like, that did not look like that to me,
Yeah.
or that something else should have been called. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Who would you say has the softest hands that you've been hit by?
The softest hands. Probably Crespo. Got the softest hands. I mean, I just don't like the guy. Like, originally when I first joined Power Slap, and it was in last July, I met him. Okay, everything was cool and copacetic, but then you kind of like see people by their actions and their tendencies, and then I just don't be fucking with that. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm cool off. I'm cool off what you're doing because it just seemed fake to me. I'll keep it real and a buck with people. There's barely any power slap folk that are in here that I really be chopping it up with because I need to see by your merits, by your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so he just seemed real fake to me and just let it rock like that. I mean, don't come up to me after the match that I just beat you and be like, no, it's okay. Clearly, I should have won. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, I don't need to hear that. Everyone saw me win. Whatever. Boom. My loss against the Bell, my loss against Ryan, I took it with a grain of salt. Took it with just on the skin of my back. I'm like, all right, I lost. Whatever. I mean, for sure, did I feel a type of way about things for the refs? Yes, but I lost. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna come back to the lab, get clear, get everything straight. I'll be good. But that's Crespo. Crespo's a bomb.
So he just had a win over Hawaiian Hitman, and now he's in the top rankings of heavyweight and super heavyweight. Could we ever see you moving up to super heavyweight to fight him, or
I'm not.
would you just want to?
Man, I'm not moving to super heavyweight. I'm not. I'm not no bitch, and I'm not scared. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, I'm trying. I want to dominate in heavyweight and keep rocking solid, especially with the new people that they're bringing in with the new seasons. There's been some folk that are already coming at my head trying to talk shit. So I'm like, okay, I want to get some of that. But yeah, if they wanted me to go to super heavyweight, okay, whatever. But I think it would only be the only one I want is Crespo. So I don't know.
That makes sense,
Yeah,
though. That'd be like a good rivalry for you guys.
yeah, it's the battle of the I-90 because he lives only an hour away from me.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. I didn't know that. Okay. So You're security for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
What Buffalo Bills player would you want to challenge to a power slap match?
Man, I don't, I don't think any of them. To be honest, I mean, they're all mad chill. I've been enjoying all of them. I'd say really maybe the only one I'll do is Tyler Bass for missing that kick. But other than that, I think we're solid.
I feel so bad for the kicker
Oh
sometimes
my god,
because they get like people take it really serious and they start getting like death threats and all this stuff
that's
and
what it was here. It was very
it's
as
sad.
soon as that happened, death threats, Instagram deleted, all of that. I mean, police kept going right near his house to make sure he's fine. Like it's like that over here. Like damn. But yeah,
That's so sad because it's like you're just kicking them when they're down. Like they're already like beat up about
yeah,
it because they're probably blaming themselves for winning like the big games that they needed those kicks, but the offense or defense probably could have done a little more too. So you can't just blame it on one specific play.
yeah. But then at the end of the day, that's your job. That is your
Yeah.
job. You don't have like a defensive lineman like how I was in college. You don't have assignments to go A gap, B gap. You don't have to worry about covering the flats. You don't got to worry about as a quarterback passing or learning the routes. You have to kick a ball. So you need to make sure you're solid, period. But I get
Hmm.
it though.
And there's probably like a lot of soccer players. I feel like the kicker on the Cowboys,
Oh
he
yeah.
comes from a professional soccer
Mm-mm.
background, so
Yeah.
they can take their place too.
I know. That's saying.
So you played college football
Yeah.
at Southwestern
Yep.
Oklahoma?
I played at Southwestern Oklahoma. Played defensive line there. Before I went to Southwest Oklahoma, I was actually in a little community college here, ECC, because originally, right out of high school, I was supposed to go to Utah State, my father's alma mater, and I was supposed to go there, but I actually deferred my scholarship and decided to go on a 2 year mission trip. So I went on a 2 year mission trip. I went to Africa and I went to Zambia and Malawi. And pretty much my whole time being there was just, spreading the good word, being able to build irrigation systems, schools, houses, and then just trying to help as much as we can selflessly for 2 years. So that was an experience. But after all that, then I went the JUCO route and then to Southwest Oklahoma. So that's yeah, I mean, football's always been in my life. It's been exciting. I work for the Bills now, so that's pretty cool. My father used to work for the Bills as a video director, assistant video director, but now, as of recent, last year, he just got the head job at the Green Bay Packers. We're just one big football family.
I love it. I'm a huge football fan.
Oh, that's awesome. We're gonna get along then. We're gonna get along.
Yeah, I want to come out to Buffalo. I actually tried to get season tickets, but they wouldn't let me because I'm not a Buffalo resident.
Yeah, it's bad right now because of the new stadium they're building. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But if you ever ended up this way, I always tell all my people, I'm just like, if anyone ends up this way, we'll make sure we get you there.
Yeah, I'm gonna like break a table
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
I want the full Buffalo experience. They got the craziest fans.
Telling you, got
I'm a
to.
huge fan of Josh Allen. But yeah, that's really cool. Did you play any other sports besides football or was just football was your life?
Football has really been my life. I mean, I've played basketball, but I think being like the token black kid in a white school, I think that's the reason why I was able to be on the team. So they're just like, okay, we need some diversity here. So Nate, we're gonna bring you on the team. So that was some kind of some bullshit, but uh, other than that, I ran track. I mean, that was also when I was like super light too. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with football. That's been my thing.
And no combat sports background?
No combat sports. I mean, really, I just yeah, signing up to this. I've never been in any combat sports or anything like that. My brother, big time wrestler and everything, but other than that, no. I mean, I've been in fights, but other than that,
Yeah.
no, I've been chilling.
And your work in Africa, you did a mission there and charity work, and then you came home and you still do some charity work with women's and children's hospitals. Are you involved in any other organizations?
No, not as of now. My biggest thing, so I work with former Buffalo Bill Stevie Johnson, and this past Christmas, this past Thanksgiving, we collaborated and did it like we would host 7-on-7 tournaments, and then through the money that we would raise, we would be able to give and go ahead and buy turkeys and all the works and all the foods homeless folk that we have here in Buffalo. And then for Christmas we were able to go get a lot of donations from my gym, from other gyms. We just would have totes around, be able to go give it to the women and children's hospitals. So I'm not involved in anything other than that, but that right there is a huge staple itself, and so it's kind of nice just being able to go out of your go out go out of your comfort zone and being able to be selfless and help someone. So I don't know. That's just what I'm all about.
That's amazing. Yeah, we do a service project with our kids every year. So when I found out you did all that kind of stuff, that gives me like a soft spot because it's such a selfless act and incredible work.
Thank you.
So you and your dad were sitting watching TV one day and you saw an ad for Power Slap.
So
And he,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, so explain all that to me.
So there was like literally it was like last March. Because I live away from my folks and everything, so they went ahead and gave me a call. They said, "Hey, what are you doing today? Come on down for dinner." I was like, "Oh, cool, all right." So I'm driving, pull up to my folks' house. We're eating everything, and then we're a big we always just like to watch movies or just like hang out and being like with each other. So we're watching TV. My sister just like went on YouTube or something, and then we see Power Slap, and so we're just watching it over and over again. We're just like, what the hell is this? So we were just laughing about it, but my pops was just like, you should do that. I'm just like, nah, you kidding me? He's like, no, for real, you should do it. So like we were just joking about it, but then he sent me a link like the next day, like with the whole application form fill out. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, damn, he really wants me to do it. And so I'm really thinking about it myself. I'm like, I don't really get smack someone. Shit, I don't know, bro. So anyway, boom, signed up, and then the very next day they send me email. Hey, we need your height, weight, body, image, all that, fighting experience, whatever. So did that, and then went ghost for like a month and a half, 2 months, and so I'm at my gym working out, and then I get a call from Erica. Erica says, "Hey, is this Nate?" Yeah. She's like, "Hear you're interested in Power Slap. What do you think about? What are you doing on the 4th of July?" I'm just like, "Man, well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm lighting fireworks off." And she's like, "Well, you can light those off in Vegas because we want you to come down." I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "All right, say less." So I'm like, "Let me go ahead, just let me know the dates and everything. I'll book a ticket. Boom, boom. We'll be solid." She's like, "No, we got you. You're covered." I'm like, "Really? Oh, word. It's like that." So boom, getting everything ready, all the appointments, doctors and stuff, get me out there, and the rest is kind of history.
At that point, like when Erica called you, did you know that like Dana White was behind it?
Yeah, I knew because I like to look up a lot of things before I get into it, so I knew that he was behind it. Now I'm not very knowledgeable of a lot of UFC guys. I know my favorites, but
Mhm.
I'm not really knowledgeable all like that. I'll watch it, but I'm not like geeking out over it. So I knew Dana was involved because I'd be watching the Nelk Boys, but yeah. So I don't know. It was cool.
That's freaking awesome. What do you see your future in Power Slap as? I know you said you want to come back. Is there someone you want to rematch with, or are you waiting for a new guy, or are you hoping to be on Power Slap 9?
I'm hoping to be on Power Slap 9. I think not just uh, not just for myself, but just for the people here in Buffalo. Like literally, the community is almost like it's a big city, but it's almost like a small town vibe. because everybody is with you, everyone's got your back. And so when they found out I was doing Power Slap, really, really invested, really honed in. Being able to talk to Dalton Kincaid, being able to speak with Deion Dawkins, Jonathan Kingsley, being able to talk to some even of the political officials over here about it. Like things like that is cool because they're just like, you're putting on for Buffalo in a different light. We have the Sabres, we have the Bisons, we have the Bandits, we have the Bills, but being able to do it in a different sense, they're like, that's powerful. Being able to, be that light, and it's cool because I'll be not just at the Bills, but sometimes when I work downtown because I'm a bouncer there, people come up to me, oh, dude, you're the slap guy. Oh, you're the Buffalo Soldier. Boom, boom. And I'd be selling shirts too, just as like what a little whatever. And it'd be cool to see sometimes people wear them as a pump cover at the gym or even when they're going out. I'm just, oh, damn, that's pretty live. So there's not really anyone in particular I want to go against. Would I rematch the belt again? Of course. Would I go against Ryan Phillips? Of course. But whoever they give me, they give me. And a big thing, I know I feel like I'm ranting, but like a big thing that I want to stress too is a lot of these power slap folk, they be they be almost on some begging ass shit because they'll go up on their Instagram, on their Twitter, and post on their stories or whatever. Like they look corny as hell, and they'll just put at Erica, at Dana, at this, like, hey, bring me back, run, run, run. Like, yo, I'm not. I'm if they want me back, they want me back. I'm not gonna go beg them. I'm not gonna belittle myself as a man. Kidding me? But I don't know. But I don't know. That just came to my mind.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff, so I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. What does it mean to have the support of a city like Buffalo behind you?
Oh, it's huge. It's so it really is so intense because I've said this many times, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I'm black and blue in the face. A lot of people, when they think of Buffalo, they'll look at maybe past records that we've had as a teams. Maybe they'll look at the snowstorms that we've had. They'll look at a lot of the hardships that we've faced. Okay, maybe the constant violence, poverty. But until you're here, you can't really see, the joy of what the city is. Okay, you can't see the growth that we're having in small businesses or the camaraderie we have with, local and upcoming chefs or artists or musicians. So being able to have the support of Buffalo, it's very humbling. It's very honorable. I've lived here damn near my whole life, and it's a place that is very, it's just really like city of neighbors, super friendly. People love each other, and we're always here to help each other.
That's amazing. So you've said in the past that to get ready for Power Slap, you put a mouthpiece in your mouth, you went into your basement, and you called up your friends, and you had them slap you in the face. Do you still train that way?
So, a quick answer, no. I won't do that anymore. But I think in a different way. I don't know, like I chew a lot of gum, right? I'll do neck exercises, back exercises, make sure my traps are fine, my shoulders are good and solid. A big thing I've been noticing is when I squat, the weight that I've been doing and been squatting because I've been loving squatting as of recently. Being able to have that flexibility to go lower actually is helping the torque and being able to strike when I'm up there. So that I'm excited to test it out and see how that goes. But as of people slapping me in the face, no, because so many people have come up to me already wanting to.
Do people ever ask you to slap them? Because I've seen like UFC fighters, people will go up to them and be like, "Oh, can you kick me?"
Yes, people have asked me. I'll be downtown, and downtown is a story in its own. It's a zoo down there, and so people will be like, "Yo, can you slap me? Can you slap me?" And then it's just funny because you just gotta play it off and be like, "No, I mean, if you ain't got no cash, we ain't talking." I ain't slapping somebody for free.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny though. I can only imagine though in Buffalo because the Bills fans is like they have the craziest fan base, which I love. I love it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. If you ain't been through a
Yeah.
table, if you ain't had real wings, if you ain't had, just the sauces that we have here, oh, yo, you missing out.
You might have to send me some.
Bro, we'll have to send you some. I'll have to send you some. Like that's the
So I
only
love
thing.
wings.
Anytime I go to the store, sauces. That's where I'm at. Sauces, spices, easy.
Hey, we need some of those sauce companies to sponsor you.
Yeah, yeah.
What was growing up in Buffalo like for you? You said you had a brother and a sister. Do you have any other siblings?
Um, yeah. So this one will be a little more in depth. So I've got a brother and I've got a sister. We moved here. We moved here from Utah from my dad's job at the Bills. But I like, or when my mother was younger, she had me with my biological dad because I'm adopted, and so he left. He left her, and when my dad, who I have now, met up with my mom, he was ready to raise me and everything. Then obviously my brother and sister came along and stuff too, and it's always been an interesting thing to me because I'm just like, okay, yeah, clearly, I'm the darker shade one amongst my family, right? So always wanted to know if I have any other brothers and sisters, other siblings, whatever. And I've always want to know what he's about and everything too. But it's just you'll never know. But yeah, it's just us growing up in Buffalo has been very interesting. Orchard Park is a very predominantly white area, so it gets really cliquey. And in high school, that was tough for me. I was always just a goofball and I used to like to vent, just be a jokester, right? So I think that was a good coping mechanism for me, just of just of the cliquiness. I don't see I don't see black and white. I really don't. But I know it's there and I know it's apparent. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I had my friends, good boys, and that I am here. I'm still friends with now. So I mean, Orchard Park growing up here was cool. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, I love it. Have you ever thought about doing like the 23andMe?
Yeah. Oh, like my genealogy. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff came out. I'm uh I'm a Nigerian prince. Pretty much I've got a whole bunch of like a good amount of percentage I'm Nigerian, right? My mama's a little ginger, right? So I got my Irish in me and then got some Scandinavian in me and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I've done that. I think I done like my heritage. I don't think I done the 23andMe one, but I probably will end up doing that one too.
Yeah, because I think now they have software where you can take the results and upload it,
Hmm.
and it can match you to anyone who's done it.
Okay.
So if you have like a distant relative, so that might be able to help you find them
Hell yeah.
if you're still curious.
Yeah, 100%.
What age were you when you moved from Utah to Buffalo?
I'd say I was about, let's say about like 9, 10.
Was that move hard for you because you had like your friends and stuff here, or were you kind of like resilient? Because I feel like kids kind of make friends easier.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too hard. I mean, I think the only people I would have missed is like my cousins and stuff. But other in Utah, but other than that, coming out here was probably a really good mood. I think also too, it better fits like our family's lifestyle. We're just real. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
we're not like Sunday Sallies or anything like that. We're real. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we keep it a buck from the jump. I don't know. I think that move was fine.
yeah, two different cultures. So I
100%.
moved here from Pennsylvania, so it was a huge
Oh,
culture
so
shock to me.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, I was actually born in New York.
okay.
Um, so when I moved here, I'm like, it was different.
Did you move because of your podcast or for what?
No, so but after high school, I joined the military.
Okay.
So and then I got stationed here, and then I met my husband here in the military, and then we just stayed here.
Well, thank you for your
But
service.
thanks for your support. Did your parents move to Wisconsin then, or do they only go there for the season?
No, they moved there. So last year we were. I big thing is after I competed in my first one in July, came back immediately and was just helping them, get up out the house. My brother's in the Navy right now, and so um, he wasn't able to help. My sister wasn't able to help really with the moving and everything, probably just because she didn't want to. But I just went over there helping them and everything. They ended up moving that way, so yeah, they're all pretty solid over there.
What does your brother do at the Navy?
So he was in Norfolk, and then he's a was it linguistics officer?
Mhm.
Is that
That's
is
really
that
cool.
what it is? A linguistics officer? I believe so. That's with the
That's
languages, ain't it?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, because my brother is crazy fluent in Spanish. He knows Russian. He taught himself Russian, like crazy fluent with them, like almost to the point that like you would think he's like Latino or something. So, but yeah,
That's awesome. What does your family think? I know you were saying your dad was like, "Hey, you should do this," but like, what does your mom and your sister and your brother think of you being a striker?
mom never liked it from the jump. But I think that's just the motherly nature that she has. Never liked it from the jump. She don't want to see her baby getting hit. But my sister always also the same as my mother, but she also does like the hype with it too. She be real social media savvy, so she'll be looking at my account. She's like, oh, people following you. People following you. I'm just like, yeah, I know. I didn't even realize that. My brother thinks it's cool, but yeah, I mean, all my family's pretty about it. They've now it's been like we're going on a year now, so they've been about
Hmm.
it. They're pretty solid with it, and they've helped me a lot with it. We've looked and we do extensive research. This is just how I am. Like I'm a nerd like this, but I like to study when before doing something, I like to know what it's all about, who is in my division, what their background's like, right? And so that's just what we do. And they've helped me a lot through, financial, making sure I'm financially responsible with what's coming through it, being able to, try different things, to push my brand out. It's cool. Like they've been super supportive.
That's amazing to have such a great family support. Would you ever do Road to the Title as a coach? And if so, who would you want the other coach to be?
Um, I would do it as a coach. I would love to. I feel though maybe I need to be have a little more credibility to my name to do it. I've seen some of the past coaches that have done it, and rightfully so, respectable. I assume like this one, the season three, Robert Turpin and the Crazy Hawaiian. So I mean, I think I would have a little more cred, need a little more credit to my name, but I would want as the other coach to be DeBell. You know, I
Hmm.
think that's what everyone in the heavyweight division wants is just to that squabble and everything because it was really like that, and it was a humbling thing when I lost, but it was really like that because it's like, damn, the newcomer Nate, boom, he's coming, he's here. Oh, they almost look the same. Like it was things like that, and like I don't know. So I think it would be DeBell.
That makes
Yeah,
sense because everyone wants the belt too.
yeah. Yeah.
They want the bell for the belt.
The belt, yep. The belt for the belt.
What I find really fascinating about Power Slap, and like I said, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast, was people and their stories and the backgrounds that they come from and everything, and how Power Slap has changed their life. So, what would you say is the biggest impact that Power Slap has made on your life? And we're not talking about smacks.
Right, right, right.
Your that changed your life.
Um, I remember, I remember in July. So in July when I went against Stevie and I won, it was almost as if it was just manifestation right there, right? I'm like, there's no way that I was sitting down just a few weeks ago talking to my pops. He's like, yo, you should sign up. And then boom, I sign up, and then this is how it goes on the first one. That was amazing. And then being able to get the bonus too. That night in my hotel, I'm calling my family. I'm calling everybody. I had real life tears because I'm like, man, like this is dope. Like this, like, like this is really happening. But I think like the biggest impact it's had is just me being able to have some sort of spotlight to be able to help others. I've seen that through the Thanksgiving drive that we had, the Christmas drive that we had as well. It was just a lot of support and being able to have that title of being a power slap striker and people wanting to know more about that, but also seeing the merits of that. I that's just what I'm about. And so like my next project right now actually is teaming up with a group called Soul for Souls. And so it's pretty much soles like of your shoes, so collecting a whole bunch of shoes and then shipping them out for others across the country or even across the world to like Africa or third world countries or whatever to make sure that they have shoes. So it's been nice to being able to have this little spotlight to help others. That's been the biggest impact for me.
That's amazing. I love it because I love service work and we try to like instill that into our kids as well. But if somebody wanted to help donate to Soul for Souls on your behalf, how could they do that?
On my behalf, just notify me on my Instagram, Nate_Bernard, and then we'll be able to work through the process of just pushing them out. My biggest thing is collecting them locally, and then if it's not locally, and maybe say you're in Utah or in another state, then sending it to me, we'll be able to work out something so everything can be pretty solid and copacetic.
Well, that's amazing. And thanks for sharing that. I hope we can get some people to help join you on your journey.
Mhm.
Has your family ever been out to any of your matches yet?
No, they haven't, and I really want them to. I think in October, my lady was able to come out with me, so that was a nice thing. But no, my mom and dad have not been able to come out yet.
I know you mentioned your Instagram earlier, but where else can people follow you?
Let's see. You follow me on my Instagram, Nate_Bernard, Burnard. Also, you can look up my Twitter or X. I believe it's N8__91. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, and I know you shared Soul for Souls is something exciting you have coming up. Do you have anything else exciting that you're working on or coming up that you want to share with the fans?
Yeah, as of now, I am in the process of doing other two things because I've always wanted a career in the sense of just helping people. So I've been looking into the troopers, and I have a New York State troopers test pretty soon. And then I also am working on my paperwork right now for the Border Patrol. So yeah, we're seeing how that goes and everything. But other than that, nothing else has been new. It's just been me working out, keeping out the way, and just waiting on a call.
That's amazing. And I'm excited to see what comes next for you outside of Power Slap and in Power Slap. And do you work for them when they have like camps and stuff?
The Bills?
Yeah.
So I'm with them all year round. I work there every day. So it's not the guys that you see in the yellow jackets at the games. This is for the Bills. It's been exciting. I enjoy it.
That is so cool. That's like the Secret
Yeah.
Service for the Bills.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and you sharing your story with me. And I'm excited to see what comes next for you. And for everyone else listening, see you next Tuesday and stay petty, bitches.